Okay. So let me get rid of that.
It is Radiant's man.
So SoloSquad versus IntoTheBreach. Let me do that because it hates saving it. Oh, what's the turn?
Radiant's turn to ban. Dire's turn to pick. Radiant must choose. Dire must choose.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So, starting off, we're banned out.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Veno and Doom banned out by SoloSquad. Actually not going for that. They're going for a completely different style of game, it seems. Now IntoTheBreach, starting off with the clockwork. Once again, these teams know what they're doing. In these drafts, we have very open
10 seconds.
draft setups. Is my mic?
5 seconds.
No, it's working.
remain.
Good. Fantastic. Okay, sorry. I've got some stuff in the chat going on. Okay. With a tiny Phoenix. So, I mean, on its own, that's a fine lane. You get a lot of magic damage come out this lane. You get a Veil on the Phoenix or the Tiny. Either one, you suddenly really amp it up. You also have a way to stop them hitting this egg. You know, you have this AoE Avalanche. It's not the best AoE stun out there. But it can delay them hitting the egg. You've got Toss as well. So very strong start coming out. Very good heroes from SoloSquad. And at the same time, Clockwork, super versatile hero. Even though we didn't see it win last game, we did see how well it did early on. And then you just match up with a Centaur. If you want these two in a lane together, they do a hell of a lot of damage. And you also have a lot, you have this stun as well. I do feel maybe they did lack some...
10 seconds.
I don't say they lack stun too much, but, maybe this hero who can just be in the middle and
5 seconds.
control the fight, which now in that case is this Centaur. You also get this way to disengage from the egg. Because, if you put the egg down, you can commit onto it. You can go for the egg. But you can just run away. The egg comes out, you just pop the Centaur ult, so you don't have to worry at all. Easy. Now, regarding the bans, okay, let me just have a look at the chat quickly.
Seconds. Radiant's turns remain.
Okay. I mean, this is the same thing as before. You start off with these off-lane position 4 flexible bans, and then you get this 3-round phase where, just ban out the carries. We don't want to see an AM. We don't want to see a Morphling. Morphling deals with the egg, so does AM. They also, I don't think, mind that off-lane too much. AM can just put points into the magic resistance. Well, you have no way of kind of reflecting anything from this SoloSquad lineup, so it wouldn't be, it wouldn't be amazing. Ban out the Slark. Once again, another way to deal with that egg. You have a lot of attack speed on that hero.
10 seconds remain.
Wait a minute, no, it's the other team. Oh yeah, no, so yeah. IntoTheBreach banning out the Slark. Deals with his Centaur, deals with the Clockwork. You don't mind, Centaur wants people to hit him. But Slark is quite happy to hit you. So, you have a bit of crossed wires there. Now, I want to see what this I'm interested to see what this last ban out is. If it's going to be... I do feel maybe we see this last ban to be maybe a Void Spirit or Ember, or one of these more flexible heroes. Because you are banning out these hard carries, which you definitely don't want to play against. But it may be they just pick, this DK or something. No, we just go with the Terrorblade. Okay, so all three very good ways of dealing with the egg. They're really just cementing the idea that this Phoenix is going to be going to be their win condition, or at least one of the main win conditions is going to be this egg in a team fight. Now, last ban for the... Yeah, so we have this Drow bound out along with the Slark. Once again, doesn't really mind laning against the Centaur clock. You know, eventually the clock gets on top of her, but in lane, you know, if you have a good support with you, it's very hard. It actually says Spectre band out. So not looking to go for this. Maybe neither team wants to go for this super late game, by the looks of it. I think, what is a Spectre? So maybe they go for Arc Warden or Zeus or something like that. Oh, maybe they pick up an Arc Warden here.
10 seconds remain.
I wouldn't... They do have a tiny to get on top of an Arc. But I wouldn't be surprised if we do see an Arc for this side of the Radiant. If they have someone who plays it, that is. Obviously, I don't know if anyone plays the Arc.
Dire's turn to pick.
Mirana, Egg Hitter. You have a way to get away, disengage from the Tiny. You also have a really nice setup, both with this Centaur Hoof Stomp into the arrow, as well as the Clockwork Cogs into the arrow. So, and that's one of the main things with Mirana. You don't just pick her without setup. You can, you can and try and get those amazing arrows, but it doesn't make sense not to just combo it with something. Yes, it's a super long stun, but combo it with another stun to make a 10-second stun rather than a very unreliable, potential 5-second stun. And it does deal with the egg as well. You have that attack speed from the jump. Can be a bit squishy, so, and it also does kind of lock in the idea that these are your... Wait a minute. Does that mean it's a clock 5? Because if you put this Mirana is either going to be mid or off lane, or mid or position 4, I think, which means and the Centaur is going to be 3. I don't really see how you put the Centaur anywhere else, which means the Clockwork then has to go 5 or 4. So if this is a 5 Clockwork, they may be able to punish that on SoloSquad. Maybe by picking a ranged offlaner, maybe picking a Puck. I don't think a Puck would be too bad here. A Puck would also deal with this Centaur ult very well.
Radiant must choose.
Yep, and they go for the Jug. So even though they did beat the Jug last game, they decided, and there we go. There's the Arc Warden. Yeah, and then with that Spectre band out, kind of let us know they wanted to really... I mean, the Spectre pick and the fact that the enemy have a Void, not Void, the enemy have a Phoenix, both let you know they want to go for the Arc. Now,
5 seconds.
they have this 3, 4, and 1. And maybe they go for... If they're looking for a 5, maybe? And something with a stun to combo with the Jug, to combo with the Egg.
It is Dire's best.
The CM? Or Sanking? In that case, I guess... Who are they going to put 5 then? They're going to put the Phoenix 5 and have a Sanking Tiny. A weird draft coming up from SoloSquad. I'm not quite sure where they're putting everyone. Now, IntoTheBreach also do have this final pick. It's a bit of a weird final pick because you already have your win condition. So, this last pick you're going to get on IntoTheBreach probably is not going to be as last pick worthy as you'd like. It's going to be a much more of an open hero than maybe you would want to for your final pick. But at the same time, you do, you risk having that arc countered if you save it till last. Not countered, you have that arc banned out if you save it till last, because, I mean, I could see, we could see it was coming.
5 seconds. Dire's turn to ban.
Now we do have that Ember banned out and the Lesh. Yeah, and something like a Lesh would work for this last pick. Something where it's not a win condition, but you can still flex it. But of course, they do have the option of going for a Meepo or Broodmother or something like that, because they do have, it's that last pick. The last pick.
5 seconds remain.
Effect. I don't know what the word. I'm taking a lot of time to think about this last ban. Only if...
Radiant's turn to
Okay, this is an Ursa banned out. Yep, another egg hitter. Someone who also is quite good against Jug, because if Jug omnis you as an Ursa, You just pop the ult. You don't take any damage. You also have a very early basher timing, so the jug spin doesn't really do anything. This team actually do have a way to counter that jug spin. They have this clockwork ult. And this is a game where I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a clockwork Ags. Ideally not first. I don't think that worked. And yeah, and the Void's route banned out. So both this Ember and Void, both heroes who can get on top of the arc, both very versatile heroes. Oh, and is that Wind Arcana we're going to have? That's exciting. Now, Shackle's good with the egg. People often will group up to hit the egg. You don't care about this arc's kinetic field when you have your Javelin and your MKB. You are kind of squishy though. And the Clockwork Cogs also do really, you have no way to get out of the Clockwork Cogs. It doesn't matter that you have a wind run, because if he catches you into Arrow, into Spark Wraith, that's kind of scary. Now, I'd like to see them have something, another thing to protect this arc. Like a DK or... Okay. Mid hero where you just want to win. You just want to win mid. This arc's gonna be hunted in game. So I guess if you just want this tempo hero who's not gonna lose the lane, who's gonna be able to go and make plays for this arc. Yes, it does. Your lineup's a bit squishier, so I wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing like a Greaves on the on the Mirana, kind of tankier build on the Quap. And oh my god, look at these particle effects. Look at this. That's so shiny. And he doesn't have the Arcana. That's sad. This guy, holy moly, this jug's an anime villain. Oh, anime here. I don't watch anime. Shoot me. But I don't know. It's just very shiny. Okay. Let's hop into it. Ooh, that's a good amount of Juggernaut games. This guy knows what he's doing. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so there's a Quap mid. Tangos. Clock 5? I'm gonna guess it's a Clock 5. With a... Wait a minute, who... Centaur Mirana offlane? I imagine we may see a bit of flexibility in the lanes here. They may be kind of running around, swapping lanes, trying to find out what works. I'm basically just giving this guy space. This arc just wants space for the first 15, 20, 25 minutes. And actually... Okay, it's a tiny mid. That's interesting. I thought it was going to be a win mid. Actually, they're just going to put this tiny up against the Quap.
30 seconds and counting.
Look at this. Arc's already just putting the Spark Wraiths down. Yep, it's my rune, guys. Get out of here. Sankin could maybe go for a dodge. Maybe get the rune and dodge the Wraiths, but it's difficult. Top lane, we actually have smoke around by the Radiant. A nice arrow onto the Jug. He has that spin available. Spin ignores the stomp. They are still chasing him down. The Clockwork is kind of fast. Not fast enough, though. But they'll just settle for Phoenix instead. He hasn't got dive. He took those spirits level 1. They haven't quite got the damage. They have another arrow, and he will know it's coming for him. Won't be able to dodge it though. The clock's right there chasing him. That's a very easy first blood for them. That was very nice. I enjoyed that. I'm so interested to see how this Tiny's going to approach this. Obviously, it is a Quap. A hero naturally known for how much damage he just puts out in the lane. But at the same time, there's the potential for her to get comboed by this Tiny if she steps up too far or tossed back into a tower. And going for that Scream of Pain just to secure that CS. This Tiny has 69 damage. So you maybe do need that Scream of Pain just to get it. We do see the Clockwork bottom. Maybe not a traditional 5 as it were. We have seen it a bit with Teams like Nigma running it. Maybe did Secret run it? Or was there Yaps? No, I'm not sure. I know Nigma definitely ran it with RMN. And especially with that first blood, actually, he's got a level 2 really early. Managed to cog up the Sand King. The Sand King doesn't have a stun, he only has the core stick. He's being run down here. They don't have quite enough damage to finish him off. But that early first blood on the on the clockwork is such a quick level 2. And he can just really hammer into this dire off lane. Especially the fact he's also got that wind lace early. So he's going to be running people down. And they managed to get the Phoenix's courier up top. It is a Phoenix 5. Once again, not a traditional 5 either. Not sure how well it's going to work out for them. Especially the fact that I don't think this team really cares that it's a Phoenix 5. The Phoenix is really good at that attack slow if you want to trade. But these guys aren't always hitting you. The Mirana, you won't hit the Mirana and the Centaur at the same time with the Spirit. Centaur has the Stomp to rely on. Didn't quite get the range creep with that arrow. But at the same time, doesn't matter too much. Now, ooh, nice leap out there by the Mirana. Using that edge of the map slightly. Now, yeah, this Clockwork's just bullying out this wind. What does she do? This guy just runs at you. And mid lane. Mid lane, Quap does get that first blood onto the Tiny. I was too busy watching a Clockwork have fun. And I do feel like this is how this mid lane's going to go. You have this super high harass ranged hero. Tiny's going to have to play super well if he wants to actually get any combos off. He does have the potential. She's out of mana as well. Playing super aggressive under this tower. Down bottom though, Clock being chased down by the Sand King. He doesn't have another stun, but the last hit by the Wind Ranger is enough to take him down. Nice kill out there. And she's bullying this arc under the tower as well. And look at these CS already. 17-4, 13-2. Tiny's not. No, he's not. He's got some CS, but he's not doing well. Not doing amazingly by any means. Quap's certainly taking the lead here, and I think it's just going to snowball. This time he's not really. He's got 1 point in true grab, and it depends if he wants to commit for this. If he commits for a kill on Quap, if he gets more points in the Avalanche, then he needs to get kills, or he just will fall off. Now this is a nice play here. Mirana coming down, securing that power room for the Quap. You just get your support to come down, get that room for you, especially when the enemy mid, he wants to be going for this bottle. If he had it by now, then you just wouldn't have any more regen. Bit of a quieter start though. Coming to 5 minutes. Nice cogs out onto the Sand King. He does follow up with a stun. He's being pushed back, and the Spark Wraith won't connect. Ooh, nice shackle into the trees there, followed up by a power shot. This Clock is a very tanky boy, and top lane the Phoenix goes down. Yeah, these lanes are really back and forwards. You think it's happening on one side, actually it's happening on the other. Jug is getting his farm though. He's keeping up with this arc, with this Quap. Despite the fact, this Centaur... Oh, the Centaur hasn't actually got any points to retaliate. So, when it comes to those denies, he's going to struggle slightly. Hasn't got that extra, 90 damage to pump in. Nice arrow attempt. Didn't quite make it, unfortunately.
Worthy tribute.
And things are being drawn on the map. Mirana, the Clock has drawn that he's going to come down. What are we looking at in terms of any ideas of what people's items are going? Kind of early. We're not really seeing what people want to be doing just yet. Arc, of course, going for that Midas. I mean, when do you not see an Arc go for Midas? And I'd say he's fairly good in this lane now. He does have to watch out for stun to a shackle, but for the most part, he's not really in trouble too much. Now, Tiny is being stalked by this Clockwork. They have Yeah, it's a very dark map for this Dire team right now. And Tiny's actually going to come down. Moving in for a play onto this arc. They're pinging out. He's got to be careful. Here comes the stun. Doesn't quite connect from the Sanking, but here the Shackle will connect onto that tree. Power shot, and here comes the Tiny. Avalanche doesn't toss the arc, so that doesn't actually get a lot of damage onto him. They will just dive him under the tower, I think. They can just right-click him down. Here come the TPs. Not quick enough, though, unfortunately. Scream by the Clop only connects onto the Tiny. They should get this return kill. He goes for the TP. Doesn't quite make it. And that's a really nice kill there on the arc. They do get that return kill. I don't think the Tiny minds too much. He was having a rough game anyway, so the fact they managed to kill this big hero, I imagine they're very happy. Wait, I'm just keeping an eye. There's a Phoenix down mid who looks like she maybe they're setting an arrow up onto her. Pings come out. It feels like not a lot. It's 4-2, but it feels like not a lot's happening right now. And Jug going for that Battle Fury again. Now it's the Sven. Yeah, this Jug was a Sven last game. So once again, he wants that cleave damage. He enjoyed playing Sven so much, he wants to do it again. And the stun comes out, cancelled because they do the spin. They have the stun again though. I don't know if he knew that he cancelled it. But the Phoenix is enough to scare him away. But look at this. We have a pipe already up on the center. It's so tanky so early. I think it didn't do anything to him. And even with an Omni Slash, I'm not sure if they can kill him. It looks like they might go for another attempt. He's just start to try and bully him out. Bottom lane, they do manage to get a kill onto the wind, and they're chasing for this arc. The Sanking doesn't have the stick for the stun though. It's in 1 second, not enough time. That's a double kill for the Radiant down here. This arc, once again, they're trying to make plays on him, not quite connecting it. And he's of course the one who wins out of this. You know, it's not just you didn't succeed. It's that it's the fact the arc gets this XP, gets this extra gold. Oh, no, they're gonna no wind. She didn't see the clockwork. She does get that wind run off, but here comes the Stampede. Cogs got easy enough speed to get through. Here comes the arrow, connects out through the Cogs. They do stun up the arc, however, but the Sanking will be forced to back out. They have 3 heroes here. And now they know the Stampede's out. Maybe they make a play onto this centaur up top. They have the Omni Slash coming in. Commits out onto the centaur. It's a lot of damage coming out. He's very tanky, but we do have that spin. Stun won't do a damn thing. That's a nice kill there for the Jug.
Dire's top tower is in danger.
But they have a Quap. The Quap is looking for blood. Oh, are we going to be able to land the arrow here? She looks like she might go for a blind arrow. Have the spin in. Okay, they have the spin available now again. So that's not too good. And actually, yeah, they did. I think they did see them. That Jug saw those two with that ward. Bottom lane, they're setting up onto this arc again. They have Sanking just hiding in the trees. Tiny's come down with a wind.
On the hunt for radiant forces.
I'm not sure they're going to be able to find him, though. The wind is... Oh, they've got him on the Sanking. Here comes the stun. Oh, but the Shackle doesn't connect. I don't think it should matter, though. The Avalanche should give enough damage and lockdown. Very nice kill picked up. And this Tiny, he didn't have a good lane. He struggled, but he's starting to make these kills happen. The only downside is, he's not really farming. His last hit's really suffering. There's actually only 2 last hits above the Sanking. Top lane, they're coming in with a whole host of people from the Radiant. Here's the Mirana's actually got an invis rune, looking to bait out the spin, it looks like. Oh, but nice stun by the Clockwork. Oh, but the spin just gets off just in time. They do avoid the arrow. It doesn't look like it will matter because they do still chase. Out comes the Scream. One last hit from the Mirana is enough to take him down. And they should be able to transform this into an objective. Arc up here as well. We've got that Midas, just wants to play on his own. By on his own, I mean away from the enemy. He's clearly not alone right now, but this is the thing. We do see this team. We do see the Dire. With the Radiant made this plays top. Dire made the plays bottom. You know, this almost mirrored idea of what's happening, which is nice to see. They're actually picking up this bottom tower. They may look to go for a tier 2 here. I'm not sure if they can take it. It's a very hard tier 2 to take. And, oh, Jug's all here on his own. I don't think they have the means to go and get him just yet. This has his hook shot up in 1. So, they have vision of him. He's already been pinged out. Jug, you're in trouble. I don't know if they want to commit though. It's so hard. Here comes the hook shot into the arrow. Actually, this can't spin because it's pushed back by the cogs. Beautiful plays by the clock here. Double stun out by the Sand King. Should be able to take down this clockwork. He doesn't have enough damage though. Here comes the egg, but it's not doing anything. Does burn down the clockwork. Mirana's going for the kill. She doesn't have enough damage. She will go down as well.
Thanks for playing Dota 2. Double kill.
Meanwhile, Sand King is taken down by that quap, but that egg was a lot better than I predicted. I didn't realize the Mirana actually went back in. She got very greedy with that play there. You know, instead of just leaving the egg, she was like, yep, I can get a kill here. And maybe just overestimated her attack speed a little bit. I really want to say how, you know, the reason that Jug couldn't spin was because the clock managed to get that pushback with the cogs. You know, the stun wasn't enough on its own, but the pushback enabled that arrow to land. Really good plays there. And he's going straight for that Spirit Vessel. Which, yeah, they got a lot of strength heroes on the Radiant. You got these heroes who want to be blinking around. It disables that as well. And it's also just really good for sustain. You keep your allies going. You know, you win a team fight, you can go and take another fight because you've healed up again. For the rest of the items, we have a Veil on the Sand King. But that's about it. That's about it. We haven't really got a lot of other items. Top lane. He does manage to catch out the Centaur. They didn't have another stun there for 3 seconds, so TP away. Not really punished. And yeah, Quap going for that Orchid. I think she has it out on the way here. Going on bottom lane. I see them pinging out the... Tiny doesn't have that Avalanche, and they do know it. So Mirana's not too scared. She's quite happy to just hit the creeps. But here comes the hook shot onto the wind. Follow up with the arrow. That's the combo. That right there is a combo which they can't do naught about. I think they're maybe looking for another smoke. Heading towards mid lane now. All the while, this Centaur's farming, this Ark's farming. And even though Centaur's not with them, you know, he still has this global presence. He just has to press ult. They do actually get the silence out onto the Phoenix. Can't dive away. And look at this damage coming out. Another very easy kill for this 3-man death squad. So Yule Scepter queued up on the Mirana. So even more combo potential. Yule Scepter into arrow. I wonder what Cop's going for now. She's not showing her item build. Maybe we see a BKB come out. I don't think that'd be too far... No, too far stretched. They've smoke play. They're trying to be sneaky, but it's Mirana. Oh, they know something's going on. They see this. They see this Jug. The hook shot does not connect, but he doesn't spin. He just gets silenced instead, and he will go down.
Killing spree.
And yeah, the exact moment they decide to smoke and leave him is the exact moment he needs them most. I don't think they're going to feel too good about that. And there we go. Phoenix is pinged out. Quap wants blood. Don't quite connect onto him. But they find a Sand King instead. Can't get the Phoenix. We'll take the pos 3 instead. Oh, thank you very much.
Dominating, I guess. Oh no.
This is just starting to snowball. Top lane, however, they've found out this Ark. That's a kill. They do get a response now, but all around these 3 heroes of Radiant just kill, kill, kill. What are we seeing? We're seeing a Yule Scepter picked up on the Phoenix as well, but she actually should be jumped on by the Quap. She doesn't have any way to dispel that silence, but a nice shackle by the wind. Nice little save there. But here comes the clockwork. Here goes the hook shot. They don't have an arrow up. I don't think it should matter. Quap diving in very aggressive. Phoenix does have the egg. Are they going to commit it? Doesn't look like they'll commit it. They will actually just go down and dive by the Quap. Quap doesn't have the mana for the combo though. It shouldn't be an issue. The tower should be that combo. Oh, if he had popped that stick, he would have got the combo off.
Look to their middle tower.
That Quap almost got away. That was very scary if that Quap had just, you know, gotten away with that Phoenix kill. Now, Ark. So Ark did die that one time. He's died 3 times in total now. But he has that Maelstrom. He doesn't really mind. He's quite happy just to keep farming. Keep getting these items. And he's been given space. You know, those 3 deaths haven't really affected him much. Still, second highest net worth. I should have switched to net worth earlier. My apologies. Centaur aiming for that blink. Almost got it. I imagine we may see... They may hold off on a smoke play until that. Or at least he'll still... I don't imagine he'll turn up to a fight until he's got that blink. Sanking going for the blink as well. They know the Mirana's around here somewhere. Sanking playing very carefully. We still don't have that Battlefield in the Jug just yet. Almost got it. And meanwhile, mid lane, Jug, talking of Jug, he's being jumped on by this Quap. Silence up. Easily enough damage. And now they're chasing towards the Phoenix. Cogs out onto the Tiny. He's been caught. He's been stunned up. Here's the Quap. They have the Quap ult as well if she wants to commit it. They don't need to though. They have enough damage. They do actually lose that Clockwork to the Tiny combo. But I think that's a worthwhile trade. And this Mirana just looking for more. Instant ult. Instant jumping behind that tower. Seeing what extra she can get. On this Ark, he's not got any... Really not got anything. But he's still turning up to these fights. Yeah, making the most of this Quap up. This Quap silence.
Radiant's bottom tower is in danger.
Yep, they see someone pushing in bottom. Ark goes bottom to push it out. And it's really good control of this entire top map. You know, they're just constantly walking through this jungle, farming it. Jug, even though he's going for this Battle Fury, what's he going to farm when he's got it? You know, it's not going to enable him to enter a new part of the map in any way. And they may find him out. The clock is... the clock did show very briefly there. He knows they're about now. We're not seeing any TPs in to save the Jug. He's actually just TP out. Doesn't want to be a part of this. He knows what happened last time. He doesn't want it to happen again. And there we go. Your Scepter on Mirana. Blink on the Centaur. And a dead Arc Warden in the bottom lane. This is a sanking Blink reveal. And a tiny Blink. Okay, so they have these ways to get on this Arc. This Arc... He's had fun. He's had his fun. He's now got to play so carefully. You know, it's not... he can no longer just show up to a fight with this Maelstrom Midas. He needs to get this, I don't know, 4-staff, this BKB, something just to stop him being comboed by insane amount of magical damage they have on the Dire. Now, Sanking, are you okay? Very close there. This is very nice. They are just completely controlling up this high ground. It's not letting the Dire farm anywhere there. The Dire are doing a good job of kind of reflecting that. They're, you know, taking this bottom half of the map. It's theirs. Phoenix. Ooh, just about manages to dive. No, he didn't actually dive out. Just walked out. But here we go. Straight into Roche. The game slowed down a lot. Definitely. This 9k lead for the Radiant. So, you know, very comfortable lead at 20 minutes. Not a whole lot going on though. And still it's a sort of lineup on the Dire where, you know, even if this Arc is second highest net worth, it doesn't really take a lot to kill him right now. He's still quite squishy to this Veil, this Tiny, this Sanking. But he has an Aegis. Which, I mean, as an Arc, you're always very happy to have one of those. And they're going to, yep, continue to play around this top area of the map. I am slightly confused. They already have the mid tower. They have this top tower. So the only answer now is to go high ground. This is the only place they can go up here. And, yep, they might go and commit it definitely for it. But if they don't manage to get this high ground, it's kind of a weird place for them to be controlling. This Arc. Yep, here we go. They have a catapult. Let's go. Also the fortify, which is quite nice. And here come the TP, Sanking TPing in. Already taking a load of damage though from this Arc Warden. Jumping by the Centaur, gets to stomp onto him, and he's just deleted. And oh, but here comes the Clockway. He's got the 2-man cogs. Phoenix can't even get an ult off. They have the Tiny as well. He's blown up. Charging in, getting that damage off. Here comes the Jug. He's just used up in the air. He has the spin, and he has the Omni, but who's going to use it on? They've already killed 3 people on the Dire team, and by the looks of it, only the Tiny has a buyback. This is just a Rax. Still got that Aegis. We don't have the Stampede, but jump in, buy the Quap, silence up onto the Jug. There's no way of getting rid of it. He goes down as well. This Battle Fury really not paying off. Just finish up this top lane of Rax and head back towards mid. And it looks like it's just going to be... I'm going to have to just wait for this Jug to be up. They have the level 2 egg. But once again, we have an Arc. We have a... Oh, but they're sanking. Oh, it actually cancelled out by that Euroscepter. Nice screaming by the Quap. Cogs. Here we go. Jumping in. Egg comes out. Doesn't do a damn thing. And Sanking is the only person left alive. Buyback by the Tiny. And there's another lane of Rax. That Sanking went for the epicenter. And he just got it cancelled by that Euroscepter. Tiny, they do manage to take away the Aegis actually, but he's now in a spot of trouble. He doesn't want to be here in the middle of 4 enemy teammates. And now Jug comes out. Jug comes in with the Omni Slash. He wants to use it. He does get it off, but onto the creep wave. He doesn't get anything with it. You know, where's this Quap? This Quap is diving into the back lines. And there we go. That's a GG called. Pretty dominant victory, I'd say, from the side of the Radiant. I'd say definitely an outdraft. The draft definitely felt a lot more cohesive from that Radiant